Congratulations! After 29 days of disciplined practice, conscious awareness, and energetic refinement, you arrive at the final day of this journey, the return of the king. The retained man is not merely someone who has abstained, he is someone transformed. The energy once scattered in fleeting impulses is now consolidated, refined, and consciously applied. The journey of retention culminates not in isolation or restraint alone, but in mastery, the integration of body, mind, spirit, and presence into a singular force of intentional living. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel, link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines, become part of the movement. The retained man emerges with clarity. Each thought, action, and impulse is measured, deliberate, and aligned with purpose. Retention has sharpened cognition, stabilized emotions, and amplified vitality. The distractions and reactive tendencies that once governed behavior are replaced with focus, presence, and precision. The king does not act from compulsion, but from conscious choice. His energy flows with direction rather than diffusion, providing the foundation for mastery in every domain of life. Authority is inherent. Through the consolidation of energy, the retained man carries a natural aura of influence and respect. This is not enforced dominance, but the result of coherence, presence, and integrity. Energy management through retention strengthens composure in high-tension situations, calm in the face of chaos, and confidence in decision-making. Others perceive this stability instinctively. Respect and admiration are drawn naturally, not demanded, because the man's internal alignment radiates outward. Physical mastery is a visible extension of retained energy. Strength, posture, vitality, and endurance reflect the discipline cultivated through consistent practice. The retained man's body is not merely aesthetic. It is an instrument of presence and resilience. Physical energy is applied efficiently, whether in labor, movement, or intimate interaction. Retention ensures that sexual vitality is transmuted into power, stamina, and magnetic energy that elevates performance across physical, social, and professional domains. Emotional alchemy defines the retained man. Through retention, temptations, frustrations, and impulses have been refined into awareness and composure. Emotional responses are deliberate. They are calibrated rather than reactive. Emotional energy that previously led to instability now becomes a tool for connection, empathy, and influence. The man can feel deeply without being overwhelmed, navigate relationships without losing presence, and engage in high-stakes situations with poise. Mastery of emotion is one of the most visible hallmarks of the retained state. Mental sovereignty is another pillar. The retained man has trained focus, reflection, and strategy through deliberate practice. Distractions no longer dominate attention, and impulsive thought patterns are tempered by awareness. Retention consolidates cognitive energy, enabling sustained problem-solving, creative output, and strategic planning. He acts with foresight rather than reaction, consistently making decisions that align with long-term vision rather than short-term impulse. The mind is a concentrated tool, refined and sharpened by discipline. Sexual mastery is foundational. The retained energy is no longer a source of compulsion, but of power and transmutation. Desire is recognized, refined, and consciously directed toward constructive action rather than scattered in fleeting release. Sexual energy fuels creativity, focus, social magnetism, and personal authority. The retained man experiences intimacy with presence, connection, and depth, reflecting the transformation of primal energy into refined expression. He commands attraction, not through neediness or desperation, but through authenticity and energy coherence. Spiritual integration is evident. Retention heightens awareness, ethical alignment, and connection with purpose. The retained man acts in accordance with principle, integrity, and long-term vision. His choices reflect alignment with higher goals, conscious evolution, and service beyond self-interest. Spiritual discipline is not separate from physical or mental mastery, but woven seamlessly into daily action, producing a life of coherence and resonance. Presence and energy carry meaning, and every act is aligned with an internal compass. The retained man is socially magnetic. He engages selectively, confidently, and purposefully. Retention stabilizes internal energy, reducing neediness, reactive behavior, or unconscious attachment. Interactions are deliberate, respectful, and high leverage. Others are drawn naturally to his composure, intelligence, and confidence. Influence is subtle but profound. Leadership emerges from alignment, presence, and energy projection rather than from force or superficial charisma. Social dynamics flow effortlessly because the man's internal state governs external expression. Integration into daily life is complete. Every routine, Habit and action is a reflection of intentional energy management. Diet, exercise, meditation, work, and relationships are aligned with purpose and optimization. Retention allows for consistent focus, sustained vitality, and deliberate action without sacrifice of presence or composure. The retained man's lifestyle embodies mastery, demonstrating that discipline and energy consolidation are not temporary measures but sustainable frameworks for lifelong growth and influence. Creativity and productivity flourish. Sexual, emotional, and mental energy, once scattered, now flows into projects, ideas, and goals that extend influence, contribute value, and produce tangible outcomes. Retention enhances ideation, execution, and endurance, ensuring that output is not only prolific but also aligned with purpose. The retained mana creates with deliberate energy, producing work that resonates, inspires, and leaves lasting impact. Creative output is no longer a byproduct of scattered impulses, but a conscious extension of mastery. Strategic vision governs action. The retained man evaluates opportunities, challenges, and relationships through the lens of alignment, energy investment, and long-term return. Retention consolidates focus, enhancing the capacity to prioritize high-leverage activities and avoid energy drains. Decisions are informed by principle, clarity, and strategic insight, ensuring that time and effort yield maximum effect. The king governs his life with foresight, precision, and energetic authority. Resilience under pressure is unparalleled. Life presents challenges, conflicts, and stress, yet the retained man maintains composure, clarity, and deliberate action. Retention stabilizes the nervous system, refines emotional responses, and strengthens mental clarity. In moments of crisis or high demand, energy is not scattered but focused. Presence, confidence, and calm become natural responses. Mastery under fire distinguishes the retained state from mere abstinence. It is the ability to thrive rather than merely endure. Ethical and purposeful leadership emerges naturally. Influence is applied responsibly, guided by integrity, and directed toward constructive outcomes. The retained man leverages his energy, insight, and presence to create positive effects, inspire action, and cultivate alignment in others. Retention amplifies consistency, composure, and clarity, ensuring that leadership is both ethical and effective. His authority is derived from internal mastery rather than external validation, creating a presence that commands respect and inspires trust. Mentorship and teaching are extensions of mastery. The retained man shares knowledge, guidance, and insight, multiplying the impact of his energy. Retention stabilizes capacity for sustained mentorship, ensuring attention, empathy, and clarity in communication. By elevating others, he reinforces his own mastery, while creating a legacy of influence. Service becomes a natural expression of retained energy, producing impact beyond self and extending the principles of mastery outward into communities and networks. The integration of mind, body, emotion, and energy is complete. The retained man operates holistically, allowing no aspect of self to dominate or disrupt coherence. Physical vitality supports mental focus, emotional composure supports strategic action, and energy is consciously directed to produce maximum effect. Retention consolidates these domains, creating a life in which alignment, presence, and purpose are seamless. The man becomes a living synthesis of mastery, presence, and disciplined energy. The retained man embodies freedom. By mastering impulses, desires, and energy, he is no longer enslaved by reactive behaviors, fleeting temptations, or societal pressures. Retention provides the autonomy to act from internal authority rather than from compulsion or approval-seeking. Freedom is not an absence of discipline but its natural product, the ability to live intentionally, act decisively, and project influence with coherence. Sexual, creative, and emotional energy are fully transmuted into life force that fuels growth, purpose, and impact. Retention allows the man to channel desire into productivity, leadership, artistry, and connection. Attraction, presence, and influence are natural byproducts, not the goal. The king does not chase, he embodies. He does not react, he directs. Energy is applied with precision, intention, and purpose, reinforcing alignment and mastery at every level. All right, you've got this incredible energy. Now, don't let it dissipate. Before you click off, prove you were here. Smash that like button, and if you're serious about this journey, hit subscribe right now. This isn't just a channel, it's a movement. Integration of routine, reflection, and practice ensures sustainability. Retention is not temporary abstinence but a lifelong framework for energy management and self-mastery. Daily rituals, accountability structures, and self-reflection consolidate mastery, preventing regression and maintaining alignment. The retained man sustains vitality, focus, and composure, regardless of external circumstances, demonstrating that disciplined energy is a permanent lifestyle rather than a transient state. Service, mentorship, and social impact are natural extensions. Energy stabilized through retention is applied toward growth, contribution, and influence. The retained man elevates others while reinforcing his own mastery. Impact is ethical, deliberate, and aligned with principle. Leadership emerges effortlessly from presence, composure, and aligned energy, creating influence that resonates deeply and sustainably. Retention amplifies the capacity to serve without depletion, ensuring enduring effectiveness. Finally, the retained man embodies legacy. Through integration of energy, discipline, and presence, life becomes a coherent expression of mastery. Influence, creativity, leadership, and impact are sustainable and compounding. Retention provides the internal foundation, while integration of mind, body, and spirit ensures external manifestation. The king lives not as a fleeting figure of power, but as a stabilized, intentional, and masterful force, radiating presence, purpose, and coherence in all spheres of life. By the end of this journey, you understand that retention is more than abstinence or restraint. It is a path to transformation, mastery, and sustainable influence. The retained man is a living embodiment of internal authority, energetic coherence, and purposeful action. Energy, once scattered and reactive, becomes a tool for life, influence, and legacy. You return as a king, not in title, but in presence, discipline, and mastery. Your energy is your crown, your focus, your scepter, and your life, a kingdom shaped by the deliberate, coherent, and powerful application of the force you have retained. From the very first day to this final lesson, you've walked a path of discipline, awareness, and transformation. I want to take a moment to honor your commitment, your courage, and the energy you've invested in yourself. Not everyone has the patience, the focus, or the determination to see a journey like this through, and yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and more in control of your life than when we began. Thank you for trusting this process, for showing up for yourself, and for daring to look inward, even when it was uncomfortable or challenging. Every day you practiced, reflected, and retained your energy. You were shaping not just your present, but your future. You are no longer the person who started this journey. You are a refined, empowered version of yourself, capable of focus, resilience, and conscious action. I am deeply grateful for your dedication and for allowing me to guide you. Remember, this is only the beginning. The tools, insights, and energy you've cultivated are yours to carry forward to build your life, your relationships, and your purpose with intention. Walk forward with pride, integrity, and the quiet confidence of a man who knows his power, honors it, and channels it wisely. From my heart to yours, thank you. Your journey matters, your growth matters, and the world awaits the energy, presence, and mastery you now carry within you. Now you are a power bank. For any query and further support, join our Telegram channel and message us. We are also running one-to-one mentorship for further upgrade and become successful in your life.